We are back with a Fox News alert. Vice President Mike Pence making an unannounced visit to Iraq and meeting with troops ahead of Thanksgiving.
This coming after the President and First Lady visited Dover Air Base to honor the remains of 2 returning Army officers killed in Afghanistan. That just happened on Thursday.
So what do these visits mean to the troops overseas? Green Beret and Florida Congressman Michael Waltz joins us now to discuss.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
So what does this mean to them?
It means everything to them. To see their commander-in-chief in the middle of the night. I mean, those remains, those bodies come in. It's called a dignified transfer. And they come in, it's usually 2, 3 a.m. This isn't just a quick visit. And it's up at Dover Air Force Base. It's spending time with the families because it's the families that suffer. You know, the reality is when we're over there, when we're downrange, we love what we're doing. We're defending our country. We're putting our training in place. We love the men and women to our left and our right. But the families at home have to suffer in silence. They don't get the thank yous. They don't get the, you know, the medals and everything else. And for the president to get out there and spend time with them in their toughest, most brutal moment. And did you see anything on mainstream media about it?
Nothing.
Zero. And now you have the vice president out there in the war zone is just fantastic. It really means the world to them. I was just talking backstage about when President Bush came out, to have the vice president out. It means you're not forgotten. And it means that your commander-in-chief and the vice president have you front and center.
And you talk about the families. The families also get the message that our men and women out there aren't forgotten.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, they get all bad choices. Either we don't come home, we come home missing limbs, or we come home, you know, not quite the same as when we left. And that's why in Congress, one of the biggest things that we've been pushing on is better benefits for Gold Star families and to take care of the families. That's a strategic issue as well. We're 18 years into these wars. I argue that we're in a generational war with extremism, and if the families start breaking, then our volunteer force starts breaking.
Absolutely.
Congressman, so as the president and the vice president are focused on the troops here as Thanksgiving's coming close, we've all been seeing what Washington, D.C. is focused on right now.
Painfully.
But
I've gone from Afghanistan to the swamp. I don't know which is...
It's a fair question.
Which is tougher.
But you and others are going to go back and face constituents. How are the voters reacting to what you've seen on Capitol Hill?
They're frustrated. The Floridians that I talk to, and this is across the spectrum, they're saying, you know, what happened to prescription drugs? What happened to that transportation and infrastructure? What happened to immigration reform? You know, what happened to all of those things that affect my life? And people are frustrated too because, wait a minute, we're rolling into election season. We're 11 months away. Let's settle this at the ballot box. This is partisanship and politics at its absolutely worst. And by the way, we were just talking about our troops. We still do not have a defense bill passed, a new authorization for the first time in 58 years.
There's a bunch of polls that have independent voters saying that they don't care about impeachment. And it appears to be turning against them.
And what people need to understand, when they hear a continuing resolution, yes, that keeps the lights on, but for the Defense Department, it's nothing new. No new planes, no new ships, no new no new investments in artificial intelligence. You can't, and guess what? The Chinese, they're not operating on continuing resolutions, or they're not stuck. They are actually doubling and tripling their budget. I was just down in Panama, and they bought up both sides of the Panama Canal.
Congressman, thank you for your service and happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks so much.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, thanks.
You got it.